For those of you that don't know, which is probably most of you, because I don't think I've talked about this before. We just drove an RS200 last week. We'll go for the Mitsubishi. And we drove a Mitsubishi last week as well. Or I. Go for the Hyundai. For those of you that don't know, it should be most of you, because I don't think I've talked about it before. My sister refuses to learn, I think is the polite way of putting it. I showed her how to use, you know, one of them YouTube MP3 downloaders. I walked her through it. I even looked over her shoulder and said, here, look, you do it, and she did it. But she still comes to me to get her to download music off of YouTube for her. So, you know, fine, whatever, I do it. This time, and by this time I mean about 5 days ago, she wandered into my room with an A5 pad ripped out of a notepad. The sort of... We'll get into the sort of thing in a second. An A5 pad ripped out of an A5 bit of paper she'd ripped out of a notepad and covered in the names of songs. And she goes, here, I'll download these for us. All fucking individuals. No, you know, albums that I can, you know, just find a playlist of to get it over and quick easy. I'm gonna have to go through and get every single one and have my YouTube recommendations messed up for fucking weeks while I, you know, listen to my super Euro beats and my punk albums again to make YouTube go back to give me the music that I want to listen to. You know, it's a fucking... I'll take an A5 pad and I'll cover it in the names of anime that I want to watch, and then I won't watch any of them and I'll just watch something else entirely, because writing things down is a surefire way of making sure that I won't do them. Anyway, the real irritating thing that she's been doing recently is, you know, she got an Alexa, or as I like to call it, a corporate spying fly-on-the-wall device, like from that movie The Conversation. Which I think is where that Harrison Ford looking smug reaction image comes from, but I'm not really sure. I don't think, it might not be. Anyway, I've seen the movie. I don't remember him making that face. I can see his character doing it though. Anyway, we all know who the Spice Girls are, right? Everyone here's heard of the Spice Girls. We're all fucking up to date on a what were they, a 2000s turn of the millennium pop group, or was it the other thing, the 90s, Spice Girls? I don't know. I'm not up to date. I thought Momentum, the GBH album I bought, I talked about this last week. I don't know why we're... Fuck it, we're going back. I thought Momentum was an album from the 80s, because I knew that GBH were formed in the 70s. But it turned out it's an album they released in 2017. So it's a real Judas Priest situation, where they've been doing it for like 40 years and they still sound good. Anyway. She's been listening to it's like a cover remix type thing of the Spice Girls song Wannabe. You know, their most famous one. I don't know how else to describe it. It's the one with where they say zigga zigga, right? I really this is why I'm never going to be the front man of Spice Girls. I think there's a couple more reasons why I'm never going to be the front man of Spice Girls, but we'll talk about those some other time. The one that goes, I really want a zigga zigga, right? Like some Cuban dictator, except that was a shit joke based on a mispronunciation, which I didn't even mispronounce. I said it right, but I thought it sounded similar to cigar. So Anyway, actually, Cigar is a pretty good band. The only album of theirs I've listened to is Speed is Relative. I thought it was pretty good. Cigar is the name of the band. Let me get to the point. She's been listening to this cover remix type deal of it. Hang on, she's written down what it's called, so I don't have to... It is by Y Mona. Right? Because I've still got the sheet. I'm not downloading those songs for her just yet. I'm going to make her get really impatient about it, is the plan. And then eventually she'll stop asking me and she'll figure it out on her own. Ideally. And it sucks, and I hate it. Because you listen to it on her Alexa out loud. She never wears headphones. She never wears headphones. She doesn't even own any. And she never uses a mouse. She uses the trackpad on her laptop. It makes me angry. It makes me angry just thinking about it. I can't imagine using the trackpad for more than like 10 seconds at a time. Because my laptop doesn't have enough USB slots for me to have my mouse, microphone and the Elgato plugged in at the same time. Although the computer I'm currently putting together, trying to get RAM for, does. So that'd be nice. Anyway, that was it. The whole thing that I was getting to there was my sister keeps listening to a song, and the song is shit. Which comes as a surprise to literally no one as a sister. The problem with the song isn't just that it's shit, it's annoying. Yesterday it was completely burned into my skull, but right now I can't recite any particular parts of it. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. You're gonna have to use your ultra instinct and realize that I'm right. Oops, stalled it off the line. Well, didn't stall it, just forgot to hold the throttle down. And I forgot to turn. Yeah, it's just I don't know. We're gonna get straight back into it. It's just I don't know how to describe it. The singer, who I'm gonna assume is called Mona, and I want to ask why Mona. She's the right Mona, I'll tell you that. It's fucking the whole song sounds like she just it's like she's whining all the words out. I hate it. It's not like I'm a Spice Girls fan either. Alright. Like I said, I'm never going to be able to be their frontman, and one of the reasons is that I don't really like them. Although, I'll admit that Wannabe, you know, it's definitely their biggest song because it's pretty catchy. This Mona bird has turned it into it's just a whinge. An irritating whinge. I don't understand. It's supposed to be fucking a chart-topping pop hit. I mean, I get that it's a cover and you got to do your own thing or you're going to be in legal difficulties. But you could at least try. I've never been a music critic. It would help if I probably listened to this song for myself. Figured out the bits that I don't like. Maybe I'll edit in one of the bits that, you know, particularly makes me grind my teeth together. If I go silent for a minute and there's nothing, then I've forgotten to. But if you hear some shit you don't want to hear for a couple of seconds, then you'll know that I'm actually an editing wizard and I know what I'm doing. There was one last thing on the agenda that I wanted to talk about in today's recording session, and it looks like, well, if I keep babbling on like I have done about everything else I've talked about, we're not going to get through it, but if I just get straight to the point, I did want to complain about PS2 memory cards, and I know I touched on it last week. I said I played Driven to Destruction for about 3 hours and didn't have enough room to save, so all that progress is gone. I still didn't get to the part where they let you upgrade and paint your car. I don't know how you become a respected driver to do that. Oh, Bimmer. Might start driving that for the ice races instead of the Peugeot. One last thing, rallying. To unlock the A110 Alpine... Ah, fuck it, we'll do it next week. I'm out of things to say anyway.